Good morning guys, and welcome back to another video tutorial where we're going to learn how to make a blog from your phone. So many of you have come to me asking, Greg, how do I set up a professional looking blog similar to the likes of Pinch of Yum, Tim Ferriss blog, The 4-Hour Workweek, by Sophia Lee. These are all blogs that have millions of followers and are changing the world through their writing and their content these days. The neatest thing about this video is that with today's technology, you can make a blog all from your phone. Whether you have an iPhone, Android, or a different type of phone, it should work just fine as long as it's a smartphone connected to the internet, and you can do this from wherever you want. You can make a blog from your couch, from your basement like I'm doing here. You can make a blog on the go, from a hotel, as long as you're staying safe, or from an airplane if you're a little bit riskier. You can make the blog from the park, from a road trip. And at the end, I really do want you to tell me where you made your blog from and let me know. We're gonna be running contests to see where the most interesting places you've made a blog from and do a lot of giveaways. So that'll be in the description below in terms of that giveaway information. So why don't we look at the steps required to make a blog from your phone at home? And by the way, this blog will work great on the internet. It'll look good on tablet, any sort of laptop, and of course big computers too. It'll work great there. You're just doing it all from the comfort of your phone at home. Well, the very first step, step 0, I guess you could call it, is to smash that like button before we begin to help out my videos and to help out our rankings. Listen guys, there are a lot of videos on YouTube that are just not up to par. They're confusing. People just talk too much. But in all seriousness, I really want our tutorials, because they're made easier for beginners, to rank well, and I want your comments to rank well. I want our community to be at the top of YouTube because we really try hard to make things easier for beginners. So please go ahead and smash that like button, give it a big click with whatever finger you want. I usually like using my pinky finger for some reason. Not sure why it works for me. Thank you so much, by the way. It really helps the channel, and let's proceed with the steps. And make sure you watch till the end of the video, because I'll show you how WeBull is going to be giving out up to 4 free stocks valued between $800 and $1,600 when you deposit $100 into your account. So that is a really cool way to make back any money you spend online at any point this season. I've done it, and I got about $50 worth of free stock from WeBull, and I cashed it out. So really cool. Let me know what stock you get from WeBull. All right, moving on. So why don't we hop over to my phone, and if it helps you guys to go through all these steps in the video first, to learn them and memorize them, and then take them to your phone and do it all, then that makes total sense to me. Or if you'd rather just pause the video and move your browser to something else, that's fine too, because you can keep the video open and you can keep your internet open as you create a blog. All right guys, so the first step we're gonna do today is choose a quality hosting plan. What is hosting, aka web hosting? Web hosting is just the space where your blog lives. It's where your articles and images and videos are stored. Every blog needs hosting, so all the blogs we talk about, all the blogs we read on a daily basis are hosted somewhere. And if you don't have hosting, when you visit that blog, it's just gonna look like blank white space. The next thing we're gonna get is a free domain name, and thankfully our hosting plan we choose, which is gonna be HostGator, the host I've used for almost 10 years for all my blog businesses that generate my living. They're gonna throw in a free domain. After we get our free domain name, we're gonna install WordPress, and we can do that without any coding required because we're gonna use HostGator's one-click WordPress install. That means unlike the olden days, now you don't need to know any code. You don't need to know HTML, JavaScript, CSS, Python, PHP, Ajax, none of that. You get your own professional WordPress.org blog like the pros, and you can in fact learn some code and act like you're kind of a developer and a designer. But today, you don't need to know any code. And finally, once you have WordPress successfully installed, as we'll see, you can log in easily and blog. All right, guys, sounds like a plan, huh? But wait 1 second there, Greg. What does it all cost? Well, guys, the cost in the olden days when I set up my first blog in 2012 was over $60, and I only got 25% off with a HostGator coupon. Nowadays, it's gonna cost us under $10, and I've got a coupon that'll get you at least 50% off your hosting. So times have really improved. You're gonna be choosing to make a blog at a great time here. And that means our total cost today, because the only thing that costs us anything is step 1, is going to be under $10, which I think is amazing. So what I want you to do, guys, is carve out a little time here in your day to complete the video. You won't regret doing it, and in fact, at the end, you're going to be so thankful that you have a WordPress.org blog just like the pros. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get started with step 1, which is to choose a quality hosting plan at HostGator.com. And of course, we're going to get our free domain name and actually install WordPress there too. So you get to do everything at the same place. How cool is that, guys? All right, guys, so here we are at HostGator, where I've hosted my biggest blog since day one. I love HostGator because they've just been there for me. You only have to click a few buttons to get to your actual WordPress login and get set up, and they're just dirt cheap, simple, easy to use, and just plain works. They're sort of like the Google of web hosting. It's like a no-brainer. And, you know, honestly, I've tried so many other hosts, and I used to feel like it was difficult, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I wasn't techy enough. And then I realized it wasn't me, it was them. And ever since landing at HostGator, way back, almost 10 years ago, things have just been fantastic. So I love them, and I know that they're going to be a good home for your blog or website as well. So you have my word on that, and now I want to show you how to set up WordPress at HostGator. Super excited. So to get started at HostGator, we're just going to click on Get Started. Pretty obvious. Now we're going to be on HostGator's Choose a Package page. There's going to be 3 options, and as it says, this Gator's got you covered. Let's look at the 3 options. We have the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. So what's the difference? Well, the business plan is just too much for us if we're just starting out. You would do that only if you have like a corporate budget. The baby plan is good if you know you want to run unlimited domains, like your blog, your other company's blog, your neighbor's blog, your parents' blog, or different websites, so on and so forth. They recommend it. In fact, it's so good. And the hatchling plan is what you want to do if you're on a budget and you just want to start one website. Hatchling is what I love. That's where I started on day one. And you can always upgrade it to baby later on if you'd like. So we are going to go with the hatchling, but first we want to lock in that discount. So I want you to take a look at these prices real quick, because we're going to jump over to my page with better prices. You're going to see $275, $395, and $595. All right. And we're going to get these exact same plans from my custom page right now, just by going to HostGator at the top and just type in HostGator.com. Same as before, but this time right in /Greg. Super simple. Have my own page there. Not a big deal. And I'm super honored to bring you guys there. Here we're going to see the blog that I made right there, Dear Blogger, where a lot of people get blogging answers every day. And now we have our hatchling, our baby, and our business, but we can see the prices are all lower by a significant amount. I know it just looks like cents, but that's a significant amount. And the most important one is the hatchling plan, down from $275 to $264. So let's go ahead and get you guys that hatchling plan and get set up with HostGator and with WordPress. And of course, we get a free domain name if you didn't notice already. So let's click on Buy Now. All right, sweet guys. Here we are now in the HostGator order form. That's what they call this page. If you're already a customer for some reason, you can sign in at the top, but we're not. So we're going to come to step 1 here, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but you have to choose a domain name, aka the name of your website. So something like facebook.com, netflix.com, tripadvisor.com. Could be 2 words, 3 words. Could be just your name and then your last name.com if you don't have an idea, because that's always good branding, and you should know where your first name, last name goes so someone doesn't make it go to some sketchy site and ruin your reputation or something. But in my case, I have an idea. I'm just going to do your WP for WordPress destination.com. And when I click away, it's going to tell me if it's available. So I'm going to click .com. You can change that, by the way. And we're available. So great. And I did WP because we're actually not allowed to put WordPress in there due to the branding restrictions. So if you want to talk about a certain brand, make sure you know the right branding restrictions. As far as the extensions like .com, .org, .net, they'll all rank relatively the same in Google, but the .com is what people will expect from you when they try to look you up on the internet. So you should try to target that .com, and it's the most profitable if you want to sell your blog someday. We're just going to get our .com though. That's all we really need. All right, now we're going to come down and it's going to say, do you want to add the domain privacy protection? I'm going to do no because that's another $14.95 and I generally trust people there. All right, part 2, hosting plan. We already did that. We got our hatchling plan, but you could change it if you really want. Now we got to choose our billing cycle. So 36 months is the best discount. It's the best value too, meaning you get the lowest price per month, but you pay a little more upfront today. You could also go for the 24 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months, or 1 month. And they all have a nice discount because you went through our custom page. You're going to get a discount for all of those of at least 50% off. Alright guys, so I'm just going to go with 1 month, but I really do like the 12 months if you're not sure which one to get. Gives you enough time to learn WordPress, learn how to make money with WordPress, and that's what I got on day 1 for myself. Cool. Now we're in step 3 together. We're cruising. We got to create our HostGator account, and all we have to do there is enter in an email. So I'm going to go with my email. And if you're wondering how to create an email at yourdomainname.com, you'll do that later. Right now, you just want to put in whatever email address you have immediate access to, such as a Gmail is fine, or a university address that you can go to right away. All right, we'll confirm that. Very good. Now we'll add a password to our account and a 4-digit security PIN of your choosing. All right, we're on to step 4, guys. Let's enter in our billing info to complete our order. You don't need to enter in a company if you're just creating one now. You can leave that blank, or you could just make up your company name here. All right, make sure you're entering everything correctly so it goes through just fine. All right, and in case you're wondering, HostGator is 100% secure. It's just like making a purchase at Apple, Uber, Amazon, wherever you buy your online stuff. All right, now we have our payment type. So credit card or PayPal. I know my international users like PayPal, but I'm going to go with credit card just so I can get those points. And I think I'll probably block this out here so that no one is tempted to go and buy their Christmas presents early on Greg's dime. All right, doing great, guys. Almost done now. I don't have a tax exemption ID, so I'm leaving that blank. Next, in step 5, we're going to uncheck the additional services just because you can add those later on, and we want to save as much money as we can today. So you could just click them on that card to unhighlight them. Perfect. All right, now comes the most important part in step 6. Make sure you have a coupon code entered. In our case, it's already entered for you, so you are good to go. The coupon code is bigbonus. It's not case sensitive, and that's going to get you that amazing deal of 1, the free domain name, and 2, at least 50% off your order, up to the larger amount off, which we saw above, which was 62% off. Cool. So we're good to go on that. By the way, that is the best HostGator coupon code that I know of. I check with HostGator regularly for new coupon codes, so I'll let you know if I find anything of that sort. But if you find a coupon code that's better, let me know. Be like, hey Greg, this other coupon code was better than yours. And I'll be like, oh, well, happy to match it. But no, seriously guys, that is the best coupon code. And if you do use my coupon code and get the discount, you'll also be giving me a small commission from HostGator, which comes at no cost to you. They just give it to me, which helps support the channel. Appreciate it a ton. That's how we keep our videos free for everyone to watch and are able to offer so much WordPress help to beginners every day. So appreciate it. Total win-win, which is what we're all about. So thanks very much, and let's move on. We're now in the final step of our HostGator order. That's step 7. So you need to review our order details, and we'll answer any questions here if you're not sure about what these things on the right-hand column mean. First, we have the 24/7, 365 phone live chat support. That's free. Pretty self-explanatory. Instant account activation just means that after you click checkout now at the bottom, your account at HostGator will be active. You are ready to install WordPress and make a blog, which we're going to do next. So that's free. Money back guarantee you get for 45 days if for whatever reason you want to cancel and blogging websites aren't for you. All right, and then we got that down to 1 month, so the price looks a lot better. And great, so we get our subtotal. Don't have to worry about the subtotal of $28.94 on the right because the discount reverts that down to $11.46. And that's all we pay. We pay the 2 green numbers on the right, $5.99 and $5.47 together equal $11.46. I had to call HostGator when I first signed up and be like, wait, where's my discount? And they were like, it's there, trust me. And I was like, oh yeah, it's there. All set, guys. All we have to do is just check on this box here. And we're gonna click checkout now. And in the next step, we'll be logged into our HostGator control panel. We can go ahead and install WordPress and get you on your way of blogging. Super excited. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do it. And let's hit that checkout now together. All right, of course we have to do a captcha here. Make sure we know what a traffic light is. Verify. And we're in. Congratulations. Payment was completed. Get ready. We're setting up your account. Awesome work so far, guys. Really proud of everyone for taking this step and committing to making a blog and a website the real way. All right, now we can tell HostGator a bit about our goals or just skip this step. All right, guys and gals, we're in. So now we're going to build our site with WordPress. There's plenty of reasons to use WordPress, limitless customization, thousands of themes, so on and so forth, but we are already on the WordPress train. Just for the sake of having you understand how this all works though, we're going to just go to the dashboard and find WordPress from there so you know how to navigate the dashboard. So click Go to Dashboard right at the bottom. HostGator is going to load and it's going to say, welcome you, let's make a website. All right, so then we got a nice email from HostGator, of course. So this is your hosting package. It has your domain name, your type of plan, and your package ID, if you ever need to reference that in a support ticket. You have plenty of options here like manage, control panel. If you launch cPanel, that's going to give you the developers area where you can create an email address, make another domain name, get your free AdWords credit from Google. And it's really not that developer-y, it's just like a window, sort of like looking at a bunch of apps on your computer or on your phone would look like. We can click launch and see what that would look like. Cool, so here's your cPanel. A lot of useful website developer information, which you are now, website developer. And here's the stuff I mentioned before, like email accounts. You can also go to your file manager where all your files are technically stored. If you want to upload something via FTP, that's where you go. Lots of other cool stuff too. There's that Google AdWords credit right there. Make sure to claim that if you're into some marketing or run a, like a local business. And yeah, guys, for now, let's just move forward and get WordPress installed because I'm sure you guys are eager to start blogging. So from the cPanel, we can click on WordPress installer. Boom. All right, it's going to take us to Softaculuous. All right, and now from the Softaculuous screen, we can see we're going to install WordPress. It shows all the versions as a history of the versions, and we're obviously getting the most updated one of the moment. All right, it's going to show us that if we install it, our site's going to get this WordPress 2020 theme, which is right in the middle of the page, or if you're watching this video at a later time, you might get the 2021 theme, or so on and so forth. You don't have to use that theme, it'll just come, pre-installed on your website. Talks about WordPress, yada yada yada, and you can also use this to install all these other scripts if you want to become an expert in all sorts of software. Alright, for now, I'm just going to go down, and we're going to click on that blue Install Now button on the left. All right, awesome. We have a few settings to set up here. All right, first up for our installation URL, we're going to change that HTTPS to just HTTP, the first one, because we're going to set up your SSL later. Now we're just going to have your domain name in the next box. So you'll probably just have one domain name, no need to change that. And make sure to leave this directory box right here blank. Let's scroll down and get your site settings set up perfectly. So we only have to do this one time together. Site name is my blog, but I usually like just making this the name of our website, aka the site title. So your WP, and you can also change this from within WordPress. Next, let's edit that site description, which is just a tagline that goes beneath your site title. All right, we're not going to check the enable multi-site box. Now for admin, you're going to choose your admin username and password, aka the WordPress username and password that you use to log into your blog. So I usually just like going with something simple like first name, and then a really simple, easy to remember password, but something strong enough that people cannot break in. And I don't know how HostGator thinks that's a strong password, but moving on. Make sure your email is correct in here because they'll email you your WordPress details. So I'm going to go with my email. All right, now I'll choose a language. English is just fine for me, but you have tons and tons of options here because HostGator and WordPress are made for absolutely everyone. You can choose some plugins here, which is actually really nice because Classic Editor is the plugin that everyone used to use to make blog posts and pages in WordPress before they set up the Gutenberg block editor. A lot of people still aren't comfortable with Gutenberg, so using the older version of Classic Editor is going to be really optimal for you guys. So check that one. I'm going to leave the other ones unchecked. All right. For advanced options, we can open that up just to see it. Don't need to touch that one at all. Now you can choose a theme if you want, or we can skip this step and do it later because it's going to take a little time for you to pick the perfect theme. I don't want to go ahead and make that decision for you right here, although it is nice. Got some options like art, yoga, and so on and so forth. So at the bottom, lastly, just pop in your email one more time. We're so close now, guys. We're almost at the point of logging in and blogging. All right, we got the email in there. And I clicked go, and I just set up the WordPress installation for us. So I was gonna click that install button, but clicking go did the job. Going super fast here. So yeah, whether you click go or install, it'll be the same thing. All right, and we're in again, but this time we're in WordPress and we are ready to go. So I bet you when you woke up today, you didn't think you'd be installing WordPress.org successfully. The same software used by multi-million-dollar brands and celebrities. You did it all from the comfort of home, and we did it together. So how about that? Great job. You can tweet your success if you want. Kind of cool. And yeah, we're all ready to go. So let's, in the next step, learn how to log in to WordPress. Now it's going to be time to head to your inbox. And if yours is a total mess like mine, just do a search for HostGator. Of course, I've made more websites than I can remember with HostGator, but yours should come up right away. And the email we're going to want is going to be welcome to HostGator. HostGator's provided us with our login link right here and some other useful information in the email, like YouTube tutorials. Pretty cool. And down below, if you got your domain name somehow from GoDaddy or a different registrar, or if you're using a different domain, you'll need to point the name servers at that different registrar to HostGator using HostGator's name servers. I'll of course leave you guys a tutorial on how to do that in the description box beneath the video. For now, let's just click on the login button, and we're going to open it in Safari, and I'll show you why in just a second. Now we're going to log into our HostGator portal, aka the control panel, aka the back end of HostGator. And surprisingly enough, most of you guys do forget your password, me included a lot of the time. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that step. Just click forgot your password, and now we're going to do the email address we put in. It's understandable because we've made a lot of passwords so far. And now click request reset. So this will make sure we're all on the same page and we can all just get logged in. Okay, going back to our email quick. Give it just a second, and then right at the top, you'll get that email from billing@HostGator. We're gonna click that and make sure we know our password this time because we're gonna make it and we're gonna write it down. Just click on that portal link in the middle. Again, open it in Safari. Now we just need to re-enter our email address that we used when we signed up to HostGator and paid and everything. I'm going to select choose my own password and go ahead and write in a new password. And now we can click reset password. And we'll save it so it's saved into our iPhone keychain. Okay, cool. If you'd like, you can now go to your notes in your phone and just put that password in there. Gonna just add a new note here and make sure that we write down our HostGator password. There we go, and I'll be changing that later because that's not a strong password. All right, now let's head back to our Safari window and let's log in. So because we already saved our password to keychain, it'll remember us. I'm just gonna click use the email and use the password right there for this website and log in. Pretty cool. It's nice how our phones remember us a lot these days. A little bit creepy sometimes, but saves us time. All right, so here we are logged into HostGator. Awesome. We're going to go log into WordPress in just a moment, but before we do that, I want to show you how to bookmark this page right here at HostGator onto your phone's home screen so you can always get to it easily. In our older videos, we would just bookmark it like on our website tabs, in our web browser, on our computer, but now we're going to take it one step further, and this is going to be fun if you don't know this trick already. So to create that button on our phone's homepage, we got to click share, and now I'm going to copy the link, and we actually have to go back to Safari because if we look at our apps, or for some reason in Gmail, because we opened that link through our Gmail, So let's head to Safari. We're going to paste in that link at the top and go to it. And this is going to be our login link to get to HostGator. Now at the bottom, click on that share button again in Safari, scroll down, and hit add to home screen. So that'll give you the nice HostGator logo on the icon, and it's called app right now. So we just need to change that to whatever else you'd want, like HostGator dashboard. It says an icon will be added to your home screen so you can quickly access this website. Perfect, nice little trick, eh? Now in the upper right, just click add. And now you have a HostGator app on your phone. How cool is that? We can go ahead and click on Snappy. All right, and now let's log into our dashboard one more time. You're gonna get really good at logging into your dashboard here, guys, I guarantee it. We're gonna use our password from our keychain. Kind of nice how our phones remember us these days. We're gonna select the taxis here. Of course, my ice machine decided to do its work right now. I'm not sure why, sorry about that little noise. And click verify. Beautiful. Now we're all set to finally log into our WordPress dashboard together. All right, guys, so to log you into WordPress, let's just click on Create Website in the middle. And then we're going to click Get Started. It says we found your website. Perfect. And now we can just go to the dashboard. All right, here we are. So HostGator has nicely laid out these little tabs here. It says, Welcome Gregory. You have my website with the WordPress banner at the top, and below is just more hosting information that you might want to look at later. Of course, now we can just click Edit Site and finally get in and do some business. All right, so it'll show your domain name at the top. Super cool how we can do all this from our phone, I tell you. The phones we have today are like as powerful as 2 laptops from the olden days. Okay, so we just need to log into WordPress, but what's our WordPress login? Well, I've forgotten that one too. Oh, I'm so silly. Actually, just, going through this with you guys so you don't have to feel bad if you lost your password. We're gonna click Lost Your Password, pop in our username that we used when we installed WordPress at Softaculuous. So this is a different login than our HostGator dashboard. 2 separate logins. And then click Get New Password. All right, now we gotta check our email again. And another way to do this process, guys, is just to look in your email and search for your domain name. I end up doing that a lot. All right, guys, so email is being a little slow right now. So I'm gonna show you another way actually to change your password in WordPress. Head to your HostGator dashboard with the home screen button we just made. Sign yourself in. Hopefully your phone remembered you like mine did. Click Login, and we're gonna go to Softaculuous because they stored our WordPress information there when you installed it. So now we just need to scroll down and we're gonna launch the cPanel. Very nice, then click WordPress Installer. All right, now we're gonna scroll down and check out our WordPress installations. So under current installation, you should see your domain name. There it is under link. And I'm going to click on that tiny pencil icon. Okay, now under admin account, we're going to pop our cursor right in that white box and write in our admin username that we chose when we installed WordPress. Click on the password and now choose my own password. And we're going to go ahead and write in our new WordPress password. All right, and now we're going to scroll down to the bottom where it should say Save Installation Details. Perfect. Hit Save Installation Details and now Save Password. All right, so we edited our installation details perfectly. Of course, I'm getting all my emails from WordPress people right now. And now what we can do to make it super easy is just go to our domain name itself manually through our web browser. So let's click at the top And let's type in our domain name. Mine is yourwpdestination.com and hit go. All right, and here finally, guys, is our blog. Hooray! We have a new blog live with the WordPress 2020 theme, which is what all this looks like. Your theme refers to the colors, the fonts, the link colors, and the way the menu is, and the way the logo is, and everything you see right here. This is all your WordPress theme. 2020 is a great theme made by the smart people at WordPress, and a lot of you are going to want to try just figuring out this theme and taking it as far as you can go, which is why I have a video on how to design a website or a complete blog with this theme in the description box below. But we're going to actually change our theme because, as you might guess, a lot of people use this theme because it comes pre-installed, and I want your site to be totally unique and amazing. All right, so how do we log into WordPress now and get going? Well, you could come to the URL bar at the top and put a /wp-admin right after the .com and hit enter. That's how a lot of us do it when we're used to WordPress. But actually our site conveniently has a login link at the bottom with this theme. So let's just click login. Awesome, guys. Now we can enter in our WordPress password that we just changed in Softaculuous together. So that would be our name for our username and then our new password. We're going to hit remember me to save us time in the future and log in, and we'll click save this password to our phone. Awesome, guys, we did it. Error 5. And welcome to WordPress. All right, folks, so from our WordPress dashboard screen here, I'd like to show you a few WordPress tasks. They are easy, and they are things that took me a while to learn, so they were not easy at first. The first thing we're going to do is change our theme. After we do that, we are going to learn how to make a blog post, and in the blog post, we're going to put an image and some writing and a link. And lastly, we're going to learn how to publish that blog post and share it with the world on our social channels. Cool, guys. All right. So first and foremost, when you're on your dashboard screen here, if you click on the hamburger menu in the upper left, it'll open up the other tabs that you use to build stuff in WordPress. And if you are off the hamburger menu and you click on the home, you can visit your site and that'll take you to your home page, aka the front end. That's just a web developer term that we use in WordPress. So this is the front end. This is where we logged in, of course. And if you want to go back to the dashboard, aka the back end of your site, just click on this little speedometer. I guess that is kind of a dash, like from a car, and then click on dashboard. And that's how it works. You just go back and forth when you make a WordPress blog. Sometimes it might ask you to log back in just for the sake of security, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the password our phone saved and click login. And while we're here, you might wanna also make another bookmark to your phone's icon screen. To do that, let's just click on the share, come down, and we're gonna click add to home screen again. All right, no need to change the name of it here. It'll just be dashboard your WP destination WordPress. We're gonna click add. And now right there on the home screen by the HostGator icon, we have our blogs icon. That means you can easily click and it'll take you to the login screen or to your dashboard if you're already logged in, and you can go ahead and blog on the go. Cool. Okay, guys, so I just want to close a couple notifications here because that'll simplify our workspace. And now, why don't we finally look at how to change our theme? Let's click the hamburger menu, and then we're going to click on appearance. And then right below appearance, we're going to click on themes. Beautiful. Okay, so when we scroll down, we'll close that little guy. We're going to see the theme that our site is wearing currently. That means it's active, which is the 2020 theme by WordPress. And I know I'm probably dating myself by saying that because you might be using 2021. Beneath it, we see some other themes that our site came with, like 2017, 2019, Sinatra, and cool. And so if you want to open one of these themes and use it, you can just click to open it and then click activate down here. Let's just simulate that. All right, so we just activated a new theme. Now when we click on the home button and visit site, just like that, your WordPress site will look totally different. So pretty cool. And everything is, of course, still mobile responsive friendly. All right, let's go to the dash and go dashboard. And we're gonna change the theme to something else because that was just an example. Let's click on the hamburger. And if you remember to click on appearance now and themes. All right, and if you wanted to delete a theme for whatever reason to keep your site running a little bit faster with less stuff, you can just open one of those themes and click the delete button on the lower right corner and then hit OK. And you can always get that theme back because it's a free theme and you can get it back through the WordPress themes library, which we're gonna see right now. So let's go to the themes library, and to get there, we can just click on the plus for add new theme. All right, guys, here you'll be in the very luxurious WordPress themes library. There is a ton of diverse options for your site. And what I used to like doing is just searching for something like coffee shop or just coffee and seeing what comes up. And you can see there's a good chance that someone's made a theme with you in mind. Beautiful. You could try any sort of niche or keyword instead of coffee. In my case though, I want a theme that looks good for all you guys and that's been tried and tested to get traffic, comments, all sorts of rankings and stuff over time, which we've used in the past successfully. And that one happens to be called Simple Catch. So if you know the name of a theme, you can just search it right away. But a lot of times, of course, you won't. So, let me know any questions about the best theme for blank or the best theme for your blank niche, and I'll give you a suggestion for free, of course. All right, so here's Simple Catch, and I just love it because a lot of you guys want that image slider up top. So you get that. You get these really nice tabs for a menu, and without doing any extra work, you get the social media icons in the header. Super cool, super professional, has a very Huffington Post-esque look where I used to write, and I know that that's gonna work because the Huffington Post totally works. All right, so to set up Simple Catch, just click on the tab for it, and then hit install in the upper right corner. Awesome, guys, and then you have to click activate. Okay, cool, so our theme is live now, and we can click visit site. Awesome, and just like that, you have a professional blog looking theme. Pretty cool, although it's gonna need some images, so why don't we get started and write our first blog post with an image. Let's do it. We're gonna click back to the dash and dashboard and hit the hamburger menu, and now we're gonna go to posts. Next, you're gonna click on all posts on the left in the middle. All right, and then we have a hello world post, which WordPress gave for us, which is nice of them, but it's just sort of a free post and we're not gonna use it, so let's hit trash. Now let's get you started with a new post, and to do that, we can click add new. And this is how you're gonna write a post every time you choose to do so, wherever it is that you're out there blogging in the world. All right, guys, so there are 3 different posts, 3 that your blog should have before you launch. That's worked really well for us and all of our subscribers in the past. And the first one is a welcome to the blog post where you tell people what you're gonna write about, what they should expect, who you are, and where you came from. So kind of just getting people familiar with you. And if you want the next 2 posts, then let me know in the comments and I'll tell you. All right, so we're gonna write a welcome to the blog, and it's called Your WP Destination, and you can be more clever than that if you choose to. I'm sure you will be. Now we're gonna put our cursor in this white space in the middle, and you can start writing. So I'm gonna write welcome to the blog, and it's kind of nice how spell check is working already. WordPress is thinking for us. So excited you're here. All right, so we're gonna need an image, guys, something to spice up the post. Let's give ourselves a little space, and then to add an image, we're gonna click add media in the upper left because images are called media in WordPress. Now we're gonna click select files, and it will look at your phone. All right, so then we're gonna click photo library in the middle, which will look at the photos on our phone's photo library. And I'm just gonna click on all photos. All right, beautiful. So we have a puppy, and this puppy is clearly adorable. So let's put up a picture of her. Let's see, which we choose. We'll go with this bashful little picture here, and it'll be selected. And then at the bottom, we're gonna choose image size instead of do the actual size. All right, so it's gonna do actual, large, medium. Let's try small, just for fun. And now go back. Now the kilobytes have been reduced, so it should work. And we're gonna click done. And beautiful, there's our cute puppy. And the resolution will be just the same. That kilobyte difference doesn't matter. And in fact, it's advisable to shrink your images down in terms of size using a plugin called WP Smush, which you might choose to do down the road. Just a little Gardner tip for you there. All right, so our image is ready. If you want to put some alt text in, that's an SEO technique. So it'll just tell Google what the image is about. So I'm gonna write a cute puppy. And can anyone guess what type of puppy this is? Give me a few seconds, post a comment, let me know. It is a Cavapoo puppy, so we can be more descriptive, which Google will like. Now let's click done and click insert into post in the lower right. Beautiful, so there is our cute puppy image. If you want to center the image, you can click on it and then click on the center tab. Perfect, or you can align it any other way. And if you want the text beneath it to just float beneath it and not go wrapping around it, then you're gonna want the far left alignment, which is none. Let's go back to center though, beautiful. And click done, and our post is ready to go. So let's go ahead and click on publish. Where's publish? It's a little bit harder to find on a phone, but you'll get used to it, because I certainly have. It's down here where it says the blue publish button. All right, so let's do it and click publish together on our very first WordPress blog post. Awesome guys, now that our post is published, we can click view post at the top. And there we have a nice looking blog post. Cool, and because our blog is structured professionally and the way you'd expect it to be, if you click on our site title at the top to go back to our homepage, you will also see our blog post right there. If you want to make the image show up on the homepage, we need to go back to the blog and click on the pencil at the top for edit. That's an important one. And we're gonna scroll down and set up what's called a featured image in WordPress. So scroll down to the bottom and click set featured image. And now we can click media library because we already have one photo in our media. There's the cute puppy, set featured image in the lower right. And we're gonna update our post. So click update. And now we can scroll up and view that post. And we have our cute looking puppy blog post, and then we can click to the homepage, and we finally have a blog post right there with the picture of the puppy. And because WordPress is smart, it also put that puppy in the image slider at the top, and other images you make will also populate into that image slider. Cool. All right guys, so lastly, how do we share this blog and the blog post on social media? Well, there are two simple ways I'd like to show you how to do it. The first is to put those social icons in your header on WordPress. To do that, we can go back to the dash and click dashboard. Now we're going to click on the hamburger to open our tabs. Come down and click on appearance again, but this time instead of themes, we're going to click on customize. Customize is where a lot of the fun in WordPress goes on. It's just where you do a lot of your edits. All right, awesome. So don't be fooled, you don't need to upgrade to Simple Catch Pro. We're going to scroll down though, and we're going to see there's a social links tab. Click on that. And all we need to do now is just write in a Facebook link. So I'm going to write in the link to my Facebook page. And it's actually a group, because groups are just that cool these days. And you should definitely check it out for free WordPress answers. And now we click done, and we're going to click publish. All right, cool guys. Once you publish, you can click the X in the upper left to get out of customize. That should take us back to our dashboard or wherever we were before we visited customize. Now let's click on home and visit site. And beautiful, we have one social icon at the top. If we click on that, it will take us to our Facebook group. And from there, we can go ahead and share the link to our blog and tell people all about the amazing work we're doing on our new WordPress blog. So super cool. It's sort of like you get people on your blog and then you don't want to lose them, so you can send them to Facebook and hopefully they share your work. Let's go back and we obviously don't want to be in Facebook anymore. We want to be on the blog. The icon took a little moment and then it turns up nice and blue. So great job. You created your first social icon on WordPress. Hooray. And lastly, guys, the final step is I'd like to remind you that you can put the link to your blog on your social channels now, such as Facebook or Instagram. So to do that, you just click at the top on your link and then click again to copy it. Now let's go back over to Instagram. All right, there's me. And what we're gonna do is set up the link in our bio so we can be super cool like all these Instagrammers who say link in bio. To set this up, all we need to do is go to our home screen and then we're just gonna click edit profile. And you can easily paste in that link for your website right here. You would just cancel out whatever link is there and paste it in and then click done. And now people will see that link right there beneath your info in the bio. Awesome, guys. So now you have 2 ways to share your blog with social media. I hope you create some viral content and wish you the best. And I'm always here to help advise you on how to grow your traffic. So guys, I'm super sad, but that's the end of our tutorial on how to make a WordPress blog from your phone. I'll leave us here on the blog and I can't wait to see what you made. Please make sure to like the video if you learned anything. That helps me out a ton. Don't mess around with that like button. Don't leave it alone. Just make sure you smash it, click it really hard, and make sure it stays blue so that I know that I got to connect with you. Really appreciate that, guys. Post a comment if you have any WordPress questions. No question is too small or silly and definitely not stupid. And please subscribe so we stay in touch in the future for more tutorials like how to edit your WordPress blog from your phone. That's all for now, guys. I'm Gardner Ryan. Have yourself a great day and thanks for watching.